Hello, hello, hello.
Hello.
Hey, Wes. Oh, you figured it out tonight.
I took this week to work on it.
Oh my goodness. Trying to see if more people gonna join. I seen some people on here, then they got all. I don't know. I feel like the 9 o'clock time. I guess some of our constituents are sleeping.
It's Friday. They up.
I don't know. I don't know. Look, can you I posted a poll. Do it would it let you like actually hit the link on the poll? Can you see it?
Not from where I'm at now.
That's crazy. I was trying to get people's opinions on here.
My friend got the
Mm-mm-mm.
beats on and all. I hear you.
Yeah, so I can hear. So I can hear. You talked to Tanisha tonight? Or she working? Somebody just joined
Yeah, not
already.
yet. I ain't talked to her yet. She might text me.
Oh,
I'm gonna
okay.
text her.
Hello, hello, hello. I know I see somebody on here. Don't know who that is.
Hey, wonder if that QR code do.
So the QR code is for people who like if they on Facebook or whatever and they want to get on the stage, they can scan the QR code and then it'll allow them to get in the same way you was able to get in.
Okay, gotcha.
Yep.
I was wondering.
Yep, yep. I can see people joining. Hello, hello. You can say hello in the comments. And you can't see, can you see the poll on the screen?
I cannot.
You cannot. Hmm.
I cannot.
Can you see it now? It's next to the QR code.
Yes, I can.
Do it allow you to
Yeah, yes or
respond?
no? Yeah. Let me see. Oh, you could type one or two in the chat.
Yeah.
Oh, that's neat.
Trying to get some participation.
I hit it, but my keyboard won't pop up.
I don't know why. Well, I'm gonna get started. I don't know who's out here or not. Is what time is it? We going into 9:30. So yeah, go ahead and get started. So all right, let's get into this. But before we even talk about conditions, I just want to start here. Any real relationship has to be built on something: respect, communication, effort, consistency. Those aren't conditions, those are foundations. Because if we don't have those things, we don't really have anything to build on. So before we even get into this conversation, I just want to set the tone and make something clear. We're not here to tear each other down. We're here to understand, respecting everyone's opinion. We're not here to attack each other. We're only here to understand each other. Everybody is going to have different perspectives, and that's okay. Respect doesn't mean we agree, but it just means we listen and respond with respect. So tonight, speak your truth, but do it with respect. So, welcome to Rooted Conversations. Those of you who are new here, welcome, welcome. This is a space for thoughtful dialogue, presence, and becoming. And so tonight, let's just talk about it. So, do women love men with conditions? And I'm going to be honest, I think sometimes it feels that way. Um, Not always, not everybody, but sometimes it feels like love shifts based on what a man do or able to do. And that's where this come from. So some men don't feel loved. They feel required to provide, required to lead, required to be strong. And the moment that they can't, then the energy changes. So let's talk about it. So for the men that are on here, um, just respond. Have you ever felt like your value in a relationship was tied to what you provided?
It is. Ain't no way around that.
Yeah. So a lot of women will say that they don't. Like they would say that they don't feel like the that's what it is. But sometimes situations and motivations are, matured at the end of the relationship, or it'll show a person's like true colors later as to what their intentions are. Um,
See, an axe don't feel like it's hurting the tree.
you said what now?
I
The
said an
axe don't.
axe feel like it's hurting the tree.
Yeah, but it is in some ways,
Exactly. But a man come to the realization that he is loved under the condition that he provides. He provides something. He gives
Mhm.
something, and it just I didn't make the rules. It's just the way society got it. That's a man. A man with no motion, you have nothing. Nobody respecting you. Ain't no woman checking on you. Kids don't want to be bothered with you or nothing. You stop
So,
giving, that's when they fade away. It just that's the way it goes.
so do you, as a man, feel some type of way on how that goes, or do you feel okay with that being the way it is? Like, do you feel like sometimes you get a bad hand at it, or do you feel like, um, do you feel like sometimes you want to feel love, not just feel like somebody wants you for what you got or what you could do for them?
Yeah, you feel like that, but then you come to reality. This is the way it is. Yeah, to be nice, but That ain't the real world. And then people do it unselfconsciously. If a man ain't got no
Hmm.
motion, after a while, a woman gonna say, "You got to get up out of here."
True. And
What
vice
you
versa.
around for if you a man don't have no comfortable life if he ain't putting out? Period.
But I
You gonna
also
do
feel
something
like,
besides eat your children's fruit snacks.
no, you didn't. But I feel like sometimes men too feel the same way about women. Like you gotta have some type of emotion about yourself as well. But do you feel like, yeah, I ain't gonna even ask that question because I already know the answer to it. I was gonna say, do you feel like men will accept a woman with no motion if he cares about her or not?
Yes, it's like this. So, like a performer or an actress, it could be a singer or somebody. They're not gonna get no regular poor man out the crowd and marry him. I mean, that's a slim to none chance. Can it happen? Yes. The chances of it happening, slim to none. But a famous person could go in a restaurant. If he find the waitress attractive, what he gonna do? He gonna holler at her. He could change her whole life. It's just
Yeah,
a whole different standard. Yeah, but a man with no motion, they tell you everything you need to know about him. Another man don't want to be around a man with no motion.
true that. So
Keeping it
someone else
real.
just joined from my YouTube channel. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Thank you for joining. If this is your first time, I'm glad that you're here. Thanks for the support. Our topic tonight is, do women love men with conditions? So I don't know if there's any women on here. I see people on here. So if there are any women on here, um, I want you to respond to the question if they're on here. I don't see women. Let me ask you, do you feel like having standards gets mistaken for being conditional? For women, do you feel like having standards gets mistaken for being conditions? He said he's a black male feminist, straight male feminist. So I don't know. I think I just got men on here tonight because no women are responding. Okay. So let's just get a little deeper for the men that are on here and they can respond. If a man loses everything, job, stability, confidence, does the love stay the same? Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Thanks
it
for
stayed the same
coming.
for about a week. It stayed the same for about a week.
Oh my goodness. No. You think it's for a week? What's your name? So I can let Jessica know that you came. She told me about you too. I don't know. I feel like the comments are a little delayed. JJ. Okay, welcome, JJ.
Yeah, I feel like a man fall off. He got about a week to get it together, get him some more motion. He gonna be on the road like a trucker. I'm telling you.
What's up, cousin? Oh no. Hey, cousin. Hey, Donnell. Donnell on here, West.
D Dollar Holla.
He said, I'm good. Thank you
Ask
for
him how mama and them
subscribing.
doing.
I appreciate it. Yeah, how's your mom, Donnell? Thank you so much for subscribing. I appreciate that. So Donnell, since you on here, he said they good. So let's get into it. Cause I know you got some smoke for this. So if a man loses everything, job, stability, confidence, do you think the love stays the same with the female? Yeah, it's Wes. That's what's up. Donnell ain't responded yet. So then let me flip the question. He said it depends on the female. Do you agree with him, Wes?
No, cause after a while they all gonna be the same. You better get you some motion. You better get it quick.
JJ, what's your opinion? What you think? See, ain't no women on here for me to ask because I was gonna say. So then I'm gonna flip the question. If a woman stops showing up emotionally, stops pouring into the relationship, does the love stay, or do you think it's done for?
Yeah, cause you can subcontract that part out. Get you somebody in the street. Take up for that. Still keep. Yeah, you subcontract that part out.
He said, "You know what you got before you go." Donnell, I'm gonna inbox. What you up to? I was finna say, look in your inbox. I sent you that link. Click on that link if you can, if you want to join the stage, unless you want to just keep responding in the chat. And then, so because love is easy when everything is good, what about when it's not good? Oh, when it ain't good. Uh-oh. What's up, cousin?
What's going on?
What you been up to?
I can't call it. Chilling like a villain. How about yourself?
I've been good.
But
And
but
then,
to answer the question, it's like this. Only time you have problems, I feel like I'm gonna say I feel like you only have problems when like she out there struggling financially. You know what I'm saying? Because if you talking to her and she visiting, you shouldn't have no problem.
Oh my goodness, is this thing on?
hey, Jessica.
How you doing?
Good. Your friend JJ joined from YouTube. I said so JJ, I put the link in there if you want to jump on the stage, if you want to be in the discussion too. I don't know if
That's
you're able
awesome.
to access it. Yeah. So since you're just coming on, tonight the discussion is, do women love men with conditions? Um, and so I asked the question to the men, have you ever felt like, okay, so this is the next question. Um, here we go. Do women love men with conditions and be honest about it? So some men don't feel love, they feel required to provide, required to lead, required to be strong. And at that moment, if they can't provide any of that, that's when the energy shifts off for men.
Hold on,
So
pause. Hold on, one second, one second. See, I didn't know the question was presented to me like that. I thought it was if he was incarcerated, would she stand strong? That's what I thought the question was.
no, so you missed the beginning. So y'all just getting on. So I'm gonna go back some to where we beginning so
Yeah,
everybody can kind of
right.
get an idea of what's going on and what we talking about.
Right.
So I said any relationship has to be built on something: respect, communication, effort, consistency. Those aren't conditions, those are foundations. Because if we don't have those things, we don't really have anything to build on. So I said, do women love men with conditions? And I'm going to be honest, I feel like sometimes we do. Not always and not everybody, but sometimes it feels like the love shifts based on what a man is able to do. And so I asked the men, I said, men, be real. Have you ever felt like your value in a relationship was tied to what you could provide?
Yeah, being a male, that's what it is. And every male know that. Lose your motion, everything else gonna go with it.
I hate to say this. I think he might got a strong point there. But would it be 9 times out of 10? When it be that, it be a person you didn't been with for 15, 10 years or better. It don't be somebody you know for 3, 4 years, but they gonna be there through the struggle.
Mm-hmm.
No, but I feel like
So,
this. Whatever you done in the past, that holds no weight. They gonna talk about what you're doing now.
That's why they go. That's why they so quick to get up and go.
Yeah.
I got a
Yeah.
good way
They
to
be like,
approach
forget
this.
what you say you did. Get up now and go do it. Yeah, they looking at now. I used to be don't make honey.
I
Now they
feel
That's the
like
say,
reality
now
of
they
it.
say, yes sir, yes sir, yes sir.
what was you gonna say, Jessica?
when so if you loved without conditions, then that would mean that like all the boundaries are wide ass open, right? So like that would mean that like the opposite of that, like if you did not love somebody with condition, then you are leaving yourself vulnerable like 8,000 ways from Sunday. It seems to me like everything like it's not really necessarily up to sex. I mean, sex determines how like what role they might play in that love, the game of love. But like at the end
Mm-hmm.
of the day, though, like if you love without condition, like what does that mean to you? So if you love with condition, what does that mean to you? Like it's different for everybody.
So what's the condition?
So not meaning like, uh, okay, he was able to join. Cool. Hey,
What up?
how are
Yeah. As
you?
long as you got some motion, you got an old lady. You lose your motion,
Hello.
that's out the window with it.
So Jessica, to answer your question, because you saying with conditions, so I'm not meaning like you don't have boundaries set. I'm meaning more like monetary type of conditions. Like if you're not able
Oh,
to,
like terms and agreements.
yes, yes, not so much of
Be more specific,
like
please.
boundaries.
Be more specific, please, because I don't
Got
want
you.
to. I don't want to answer that, and it's a loophole. You know.
It ain't no loophole.
I know, but I'm just saying, can you be more specific? Like, give me a specific, like, example, a situation.
The context, the
So
breakdown of what, yeah.
A man get laid off. Hold on. A man get laid off,
Okay, now
or
that's
he
more like
lose
what
his
I'm saying.
job, or something like that.
That's what I'm saying.
Yeah.
Basically,
After a
Yeah.
while, you better get you some motion. Her family, her friends gonna be in her ear. Next thing you know, you gonna feel it.
because
I don't
you
see
ain't in a
how she better
relationship
than
with her.
she better than
She
me.
not,
I don't see how she do it.
she not in a relationship with you. She in a relationship with them.
Well, that's how it usually be. They got more
Yeah,
influence. Yeah,
I'm not debating you.
yeah. In the real world, you know how it is. They say that. Yeah, you out here making me look stupid and making yourself look stupid. But their friends got a bigger impact on them. For real. If
So I
anybody that can
did.
control you,
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
that's how it
So
goes.
I did ask the question to the men. So since there are more men on the stage now, have you ever felt like your value in a relationship was tied to what you could provide? Not from who you are, but just what you could provide as a man.
No
Every
question.
day,
No question.
every day.
No question.
Any real man, he know it.
I agree with my brother. It's some. I mean, I've had situations where exactly what he said. Like they going, they got they, especially a grown woman. She got friends and family. They gonna be talking like, especially if she got to borrow money or something. They gonna be asking her why she borrowed money, what's going on,
Yeah, what he there for?
what he
Ain't no
there for.
way.
Yeah,
She done made a
but
pair of
but
pants.
but there are women though who will not who don't tend to tell their business and who will hold you down. But
Yeah.
I agree that it should be, I don't know what the time limit. I don't know, he could broke his leg. I don't know what the situation may be, but eventually as a man, you gonna want to get up and get yourself together anyway.
Correct. Correct.
You know. Now if you just sitting there, something happened and you just sitting there every day, playing video games and she cooking and cleaning and doing everything and paying the bills. I mean, come on now. That ain't cool.
No, but you know what? It's some guys that's just when they come in it, that's what they've been doing. They think they gonna change, and the guy don't never change. That's different than somebody who had motions. He going through a rough patch and going through something. He not gonna lay down on you, but they're
Right.
not gonna give him a chance to stand up. Most of them like, she better than me. Ain't no way in the world. Hey, she got a pair of pants over there. Ain't no man.
I can't even argue with my brother because I've been in that situation
Yeah.
where
Other
women
people,
where they have been like that. But I've
yeah.
also seen the other side of it too.
I'm tell you something. Majority rule. I can't speak for every, cause I haven't dealt with every. But majority rules. Most of them, they friends have a lot of outside influence that'll run your house.
Yeah.
Yeah, she
Yeah.
go to work. Hey, you got to drop her off one day. Ooh, ain't no way. Then he got don't got you don't. Hey, they make her feel some type of way. She'll come home. I'm talking about she'll come home with an attitude. You bet what's wrong, man? And all the time. She got an attitude. She pissed with you. Yeah, but that comes from outside interference. Them people have a lot of influence on her. It take a strong person to say the damn them.
Yeah.
Yeah, and mean it, and don't care what nobody say.
But I can't deal with I support women. I'm like I said, I'm a feminist, but I can't deal with no person who's a nagger. I can't deal with
No,
I can't
look,
deal
you
with
want peace, especially in your house where you
yeah.
live, your main place. Somebody always talking about what you ain't do. What you do don't hold no weight. You can do this
Bruh, you
and this
know what I
last
do,
week.
bruh?
What's
Bruh,
that?
you know what I do? And after the situation I had that you was talking about in all my future relationships, like if we get a place together, we do. First thing I say, I swear to God, I'm not lying to you. I'll be like, look, check this out. What is it that our expectations as far as how we want the house? Because if all these things are done, when I come home, I ain't trying to hear nothing. Because
Yeah.
we not gonna just be creating stuff to squeal and moan about. Just no, we ain't doing that.
Some people do. I mean, just some things just irk you. You walk through the door, that just irks her.
Right,
Why
right.
would you put your
You
boots
got some
right
people
there?
like that.
Why would
I
you lay
can't
your
deal
what you
with it.
call like that? Why would
I
you
can't
leave
deal
the
with that
clothes?
type of
You
person,
need to
bro.
put the folded clothes up and just always got something to say. Yeah,
So do you
the
think
plate
in
in the sink.
but do you think in those situations they may be irritated about something else that you did or you didn't do, and that's the reason why they got that attitude?
Probably, but
Yeah,
why you got to take it out on you? Why take it out on your mate? That'd be like somebody piss me off at work and I come home and take it out on my family. You got to be better than
No,
that. You got
I'm
to separate
saying
the
they
two.
taking it out on you because they
That's what
mad
I
at
mean. I'm just
you.
using that as an example.
Yeah.
They upset about something else and you feeling the wrath of it. And you did nothing.
Right. But it got to
Yeah.
come to a point to where like your faith or some come in to where I got. I'm only speaking for myself in my situations. It's got to come to a point where where we got to have some type of communication because I done been through all that. I'm from the hood. I mean, I deal with queens all the time. I rock with queens. I got to show queens. So I'm speaking from dealing with sisters. Sisters are like us. They gonna tell us the business when the business need to be told. Now but also there has to be some understanding. Like we all get irritated. We all get a little moody. But I'm not nobody punching bag, homie.
Yeah.
In no situation. I ain't nobody's punching bag. You ain't finna just be cussing, yelling at me. You gonna be like, dang, he left quick. He didn't stay long. So then
That's what I'm talking. You can
He
call me
said
a
they left
coward.
quick.
You can call me a coward or whatever. I ease up out of there so easy. Ain't no grab my stuff and go. And I go to the give it something. It won't be nothing of mine in there. And the mail will be going somewhere else. You know what I'm saying? And you'll be blocked. I ain't got time for that. Yeah, ain't no coming back because when I decide to do that, I done made my mind up.
and I'm taking my PlayStation.
Yeah, off the top and my aux
And all
cord.
my games. And
Yeah,
all my games too. Matter
exactly. Yeah, ain't
So
no
do
come on.
you
Hey,
think so do you think that people struggle more with being right than understanding the other person, or is it just a matter of the female wanting to be right or the male wanting to be right?
I mean, some guys, I believe this. Now, nothing against no one who was raised by a single mother or their grandmothers and been around their aunts. But a lot of people adopt some type of ways. To me, a man say what he mean and mean what he say. Ain't finna back and forth with you or none of that. Or, you know what I mean? Try to match energies. No. So that's more or less on the female part to me. And a man, once he decide what he gonna do, his mind made up. He ain't just jumped up and did nothing on the spur of the moment. It's been coming. He's been thought about it. His mind made up.
yeah.
So
And
th-
then,
so then have you ever been in a situation where your opinion wasn't respected, and how did that affect you showing up
Yeah.
in that relationship? You
No,
just
you fall
bound.
back. You fall back. Yeah. All the way back. Because I ain't even there. It's a whatever with me.
So
Ain't no coming
do
back from that.
so do you ever, or how do you check yourself to make sure that you're always respecting someone else's point of view and not just it being all about you?
that's a great question. That is the best question I heard. That is an amazing question. I'll wait to answer it if somebody want to answer. That is an amazing question. All right, I answer. So, for me, it's faith. All relationships have to have a faith base to have good communication. Self check is always for me. You dealing with a person like he said who come from having a single mom. I didn't have no type of positive role models. All alcoholic uncles. Brother ended up murking himself, took me on stealing cars. I grew up in the straight streets. So I had no type of direction on how to be no father, no man, no relationship, none of that for years. It wasn't until my early 40s, late 40s now to my being 50 where I got into faith, got closer to God, that my
Love.
communication got better and I started looking in the mirror. In my opinion, nobody should be trying to check nobody if they haven't done a self check. And that goes back to what my brother was saying about a man who ain't doing nothing. Before you say
Mhm.
anything to that woman about how she feels, you should definitely be looking in the mirror on like, man, what am I doing in this situation that's making this hard on us? What part am I playing in this that's making it hard? Because if ain't nobody gonna do no self evaluation and self check, then we just gonna keep going in circles, playing the blame game, putting our pride in the way, acting this and that. So for me, everything is based on my faith because I'm gonna go to the scripture and we're gonna talk it out through scripture. And I'm just being real. And that's how I got to do the self check, because if we go to scripture, I ain't got no choice but to self check, because I'm not finna dispute God's word. So I'm gonna go by what God's word say, and I'm gonna calm myself down and try to work it out. If things got to be done, things got to be done. But there has to be two sides. Like I can't be getting yelled at and this and that. But also, I have to do a self check. You talking about a person? I was alcoholic for 30 years. You know,
Mm.
years I drank was alcoholic. So I've been on both sides. I've been the victim, and then I've been the victimizer. So, and I already know. I've been down this road. I already know what's going on. So I know better. I'm 50. I've been through it. I done got faith based. So at some point, we supposed to know better and how to conduct ourselves. And a man know when you come in the house and you broke and you know shit got to be paid. Come on, man. We know what's going on. We can't play it off like the shit don't exist. You know
Right.
what I'm saying? So when she say something or she tripping, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, I don't like her tone or whatever, but shoot, I also got to be like, dang. But if we talk, and she like, look, let's sit down, let's talk. Like, I don't know what we're gonna do, but this is going on. I know, baby, you said you was gonna get the job in a month. It's been a month. I ain't trying to pressure you, but we got bills coming in, and I've been working 40 hours. I can only cover the car insurance. We still got the Netflix and all this other stuff. We gotta do something. Now, if the man can't sit down when she come like that, then he got a problem with himself. Cause she coming at you correct, and she trying to let you know
Hmm.
problems. You can't run from the problems. You gotta face them and be like, okay, well, shoot. Maybe I got to try to get a second part-time job. Or sweetheart, is there anything you can do? We got to come together, try to figure get this shit done though. Because walking around the house being mad ain't gonna get it done.
True that. True that. So then let me ground this a little bit. There's a difference between standards and conditional love. So standards say, I need respect, I need effort, I need consistency. Whereas conditional love says, I only love you when you're performing. And those two can look very similar, but feel very different, can feel very completely different.
Mm.
So, do you think some of these conversations about conditions come from people not feeling heard or respected?
She on fire tonight.
That's my girl.
Oh, what's up, Jess? So, man, I
Give
say
me that question again.
yeah, that was a great question. I'm trying to I want my brothers to go. I don't want to, because I run a podcast, so I love to talk, but I ain't trying to hog the mic. So I'm trying to sit back and listen to them.
Oh, somebody
Go
just
ahead,
popped
Jess.
in.
Yeah, hit me with that question again.
So, my question was, do you think some of these conversations about conditions come from people not feeling heard or respected?
Hmm. So when you ask me that question, I'm thinking like, okay, like in terms of like if something happened in my relationship where like the whole, violation of terms and agreements, right? Like obviously there's some kind of friction where one of us isn't pulling our weight. Um, Seems to me like I don't know, like you need to be able to sit down and work that out. So, but you didn't get there by not being hurt.
So, I was kind of trying to tie it in with like how people have a difference between what is standards and what's conditions. So, like I said, standards mean you need respect, I need effort, more consistency. Whereas people that have conditional love, they only love you when you're performing for them. And it can look like that's a standard, but it's really a condition.
You
No,
know
a
what?
real man knows that's a condition from a male perspective.
Hmm.
Man know he got to have something.
I
Competition
know that's
stiff.
right.
A woman to walk away some for somebody with more than you.
Hmm.
So you got to be on it. That's just like a
But my
woman get up.
thing
She can't
is,
be like a man. A man to get up, he won't wash his face, he won't comb his hair. He'll go right out the door. A woman ain't finna do that for real. Cause she knows she's being looked at. She might. You get what I'm saying? So
but
that's just a thing with a man.
what I found just from like talking to different men and like asking questions or whatever, I feel like sometimes men have way more loyalty than females. Now, females would think differently. I know I'll get attacked by females for saying this, but there are times when men are more loyal than us. Like the relationship can be bad, they gonna stay in there, they gonna hang in there. Even when they not happy, they gonna still stick in there if that's something that they agreed upon or that's something that they trying to do. So I feel like women, we're more quick to lead a relationship. Like if
Can
things ain't
I
working out, um, we we gonna be gone.
can I
Whereas
chime in on
men,
that?
yeah, go ahead.
Okay, I didn't mean to cut you off, but it's like this with men, especially if we live with the decisions we make. I don't care if it's by a not so nice looking woman or whatever. Man, mess around and get her pregnant, or you have children, you gonna ride it out. I did it. I'm finna ride this out. A woman to jump ship. I'm unhappy. A man to say, damn it, I've been unhappy. Welcome
But
to the
that's what I'm
club. But
saying.
he's still gonna
If
stick there because that's the decision he made.
So then when that happens, do you think that woman was only loving you by conditions,
No,
not
I
loving
mean,
you?
look, that's a woman's nature, period. I was just unhappy. Shit, ask how many men that been in a relationship or married for years, how long they been unhappy. If they tell the truth. They just there because of the kid and riding it out because that's the choice they made. Who they gonna put it on? Shit. I made that bed, I gotta lay in it.
So
This come with it.
I got
Yeah, you
something.
know how many unhappy men in the world? Yeah, they
But
shave
that's
face.
but that's what I'm saying. I'm just like really the more I dig deeper and have these conversations, I'm finding out that there's a lot of men in relationships unhappy, been with women for
They're unhappy.
20, 20, 30 years and never like been happy for at least 25 of them years. But they
That's part
still
of being a
stuck
Again.
in
man.
there.
You made that choice, you gotta live with it. If I told her I go take care, I can't dump off here. Shit, a woman to jump ship. He'll be all right. I don't give a damn what happened to him. I'm unhappy. Man ain't finna do that. I
But
mean, that's just the truth. Her feelings mean more to her than any, but she'll tell her whole family because she unhappy. Take the kids to another school, separate the family. The kids ain't got their daddy there no more, or whatever. I just wasn't happy. You can't not be getting beat on. You with God, I just was unhappy. You ain't on no unsafe conditions or nothing. Just for the simple fact and she think that's good enough.
So, hey, hey, Cisco. I'm sorry, I wasn't looking at the Instagram. Somebody else joined through Instagram, but he commented. He's right. You could tell them. Oh, he wanted me to tell him about the situation. So in his situation, he was doing everything right by his girl, providing, giving money, making sure she had to go to work, trying to teach her things about being respectful, not, out here like showing your body. But to me, in that case, it's almost like a daddy figure if you think about it, because that's stuff that she should have learned in her childhood, how to dress, how to act, not to be provocative, those type of things. But he was taking the time and the patience to try to teach her all of this stuff, but yet still it wasn't a thing, like it still wasn't working out for him in a positive way.
I think like a lot of that, so like conditionally, when you think about it, like in terms of like, okay, like roles, like right, like so we're talking about like folks. Well, so like talk about like the model where like the female, she don't have her nails, like he don't get her nails done or he don't get her hair done and all this extra shit, but there's business to take care of. That's one thing. But like it really does, like you said something interesting. You said it's almost like she's looking like a daddy figure. You know what I mean? Like somebody take care of her, do all this extra shit. but it all really boils down to like the terms and conditions of it. But that comes from like the early development stages of like who we are as people, right? So like she could possibly be looking for her quote unquote daddy, like literally in somebody else. And another thing that's helped me kind of think about this topic too is it's like removing the sex roles out of it, right? Because at the end of the day, love is love. Love is blind. Love is, you know, beyond color, beyond sex, beyond whatever, in my opinion, or whatever, which I'll stand for. I'll die on this hill. But if you start taking that out of it and you look at it from either like a romantic aspect or a family aspect, even just as a person, when somebody loves you under conditions, which again, back to mean a variety of things that is so subjective you can hardly narrow it down. It really does. You have to kind of look at it from a basic building block perspective. And I kind of almost hate to look at it from a man's perspective or a woman's perspective, because it changes it so wildly. Like it adds so many more variables, like where you came from as people and like your style of development and all those extra things. So it's kind of hard to like, it's hard to say something like that blanket statement. Cause I mean, I'm the type of person, you know me, Jaquise, man, like I've built my shit up from the ground up, like on the other side of some shit. And like, I've been both. I've had a dude love me conditionally and I've had a dude love me non-conditionally. I'm the type of person that like, I don't depend on anybody. Like the only reason I'm with you is not because I need you for anything. So I don't have many conditions on people because I don't need to be let down that way. I don't need to, you know what I mean? Put that weight on you. I'm taking care of myself. If everybody thought that way, we'd be in a different world, but.
Exactly. That's a very good point.
Entitlement is some of it too. Some women feel like they're entitled. Like that's what you're supposed to do.
Yeah,
because they were raised that way. My niece is that. I hate to say it out loud, but yeah, my niece is that person, that welfare queen, not even taking off the system, but relying on everybody else to take care of her, not stepping up to the plate, not providing for herself, expecting somebody else to foot the bill. And it's like, and you have dudes that are like that. Like I said, I dated a dude. The only reason that never worked out is because I'm not a weak woman. Like I didn't let him tell me what the fuck to do with the things that he never brought to the table. I was able to be like, nah, like you don't get mine like that. Like get the fuck out.
No, but see, it's like this with a man and a woman to wake up. Now you can dickmatize her for only so long. When she wake up, she woke.
Yeah.
But I always had motion in my life. I'm not. You tell your sons, males and females, don't you ever move in with no woman. A woman gonna wake up every day with different feelings.
But that's why it has to come down to, it has to be some righteousness, man. You know, it was like the world forgot about just what happened to just good old fashioned righteousness, being righteous in your heart and in your spirit, and coming together and doing right. You're gonna have ups and downs in life, man. Trust me, I done had them all. But at some point, man, and I know it's hard to find that. And don't get me wrong, I know it's hard.
Very hard.
You know what killed that? People feeling played. People that he trying to get over me. Everybody looking at somebody like they coming with an angle. You know what I'm saying?
But that's what I'm saying. In today's world, everybody feel like somebody got an angle or a underlying motive.
Yeah.
But I feel like that comes from our experiences, that comes from how we were raised, that comes from what we've been through. And I feel like it's unhealed trauma, right?
To a certain extent.
It's stuff that we haven't unpacked because it's same. You know what I'm saying? Like if you meet somebody new, you gotta try to come into that relationship not expecting what the other person did to you that this person is gonna do.
Even in a relationship, I feel like this. It'd be like loaning money. You can get burnt on some money. Loan me $100. I'll pay you Tuesday. Tuesday never get here. Okay, you know you can't deal with them like that no more. You know what I mean? Enough to kill them. Okay, but in a relationship, I'm not gonna give you enough to hurt me. Put you in a position where you in control, where you can just break me down. Now, little stuff you show me, let me know where you at, and I know to fall back, or you ain't the one.
No, but when you use the example, if somebody gives me money, right, and they don't pay you back, then you know not to deal with them no more. So then the next person
on that tip, that's right.
On that tip. But say you got somebody else that asks you for some money that ain't on that's really gonna pay you your money back, but you ain't gonna loan them the money. because you loaned this person the money and they didn't give you that money back. You get
No,
what
I'm
I'm
like
saying?
this. I'm like this. You asked me for 100. Okay, if I don't really what you call it, I'll throw you 50. You better than you was. You closer.
Right. But what I'm
Your
saying
face
is
card ought to be good enough to get the rest of it from somebody else. And then
but
if
you
you pay me back the
still
50, then I see what type of person you is. But I
but
could
you
lose the 50
still
without hurting.
but you still using the experience that first person burnt you on not giving you the money
No,
back.
you supposed to.
So you carried that with
The
a
term
person that could be don't mean that.
the
You get what
term
I'm
here
saying?
is hurt people, meaning like the reason you
Yes,
feel that way is because somebody,
yes,
fucked you in the drive-through that day. You know what I'm saying?
Well,
yes.
it's like this to me. You pay tuition in life and everything. You get in school, them bought lessons you learn. It shouldn't happen twice. It fall on deaf ears. You keep talking about it. Damn, somebody
Sure,
else
but
beat you at 100. Damn, somebody else got you for 100. Damn, you don't learn.
What happened? Okay, it cut off.
oh,
I don't know. The video maybe.
Can't hear nothing.
Oh, there you go.
Hello?
can you hear us
Yeah.
now?
Can you hear us? We see you.
But you can't use the scale of jaded, to like. I feel like it's kind of like that. Like you go through so much in life, and like you start losing trust, and you start not being able to break it down. But like at some point, it's like you can't. If you move forward using
I
that,
got
like it's
no
never gonna
sound,
bring
y'all. I don't know if
anything to
y'all
you
can hear
but
me,
that.
but I got no sound.
Yeah,
We
we hear
can hear
you.
you. We hear you.
It's like this. You got to learn in life.
Says camera, no mic though.
Was he able to get back on?
What's up? Oh, yeah. Yeah, you all right.
Okay, I can't hear y'all, so I'm gonna
You're
mute
in
my
good
mic and try
hands.
to fix it because I can't hear y'all.
Yeah.
I can't hear y'all at all.
Okay. Yeah, Jessica said just mute your mic. Can you hear us now? Let me see if I can mute him. Can you hear? I think he's still working on it. Oh, I think he able to get on now. Okay, Cisco. Hey,
What's up? Just
was
sitting
you
here
able to get?
listening to everything.
Okay, was you able to get your mic fixed, JJ? Think he's still working on it.
Can you hear
So
me?
yeah, we can hear you.
Okay.
So I don't know if you wanted to tell a little bit about like your story or whatever, because I know you
Oh
was
man.
commenting on the other thing, but I couldn't really comment.
hmm
I couldn't really.
Well, I mean, what? Let me try to say. I mean, what homeboy was saying was the truth. Like, I know she had told me some of her childhood traumas about her dad not being in her life until the last moment. So Maybe she is looking for a daddy or certain things, but with all her mental issues and things she's diagnosed with, no, nothing that I did help. She thought the world revolved on her. It ain't matter when I paid her rent when she couldn't pay it, when she went to jail, got a car took out, paid to get that out the tow that was $390. The rent was nine something. Then gave her 100 when she got out, saved her job. No matter what I bought, furnished her house, it was the same shit. And I left like 7 different people just to be with her. So I chose the wrong person.
Yeah, that
So
held
even
no
though
weight. Nothing you
so
did
e-
held no weight.
even though that I was unhappy and a lot of shit that I didn't like, I still stuck around.
That's a
And,
male.
and like you said, once it got to too stress, I told her, you know what? I was gonna move in with you, but when I move out this other place from my family, I'm gonna just get my own. And you see that from all the pictures that I sent you. So I realized that it's all about me having my peace. So all I was pouring into her, I got to pour into myself because I wasn't getting the same thing in return. And I'm not saying all women like that, but I
True.
have let it damage me to like if I meet somebody else, I'm skeptical to help them with anything or do anything. They got to earn certain shit from me now because of this situation. And I never thought I would allow something like this to happen again. I left like 7 people just to fuck with her.
Life
Oh
lessons.
wow.
Yeah. And you met her when I came down to the G. Yeah. But everything y'all saying is the truth, though.
Yeah.
So So not now let me be a little fair. Not every expectation is a condition because nobody wants to love someone who stops trying, who stops showing up, who becomes someone completely different. So maybe the issue isn't men, maybe it's not women, maybe it's that we just don't know how to separate standards from control and love from performance.
Hallelujah.
So do people love potential or performance?
I bet that depends on the person.
Yeah, for real.
So, so can anybody break down what potential is, or do y'all want me to break it down?
You can call on me if you want, but I'll leave y'all to it for a sec.
I mean, me hearing potentials is something like what a person able to do. That's what I feel. I mean, I think too many people don't love unconditionally besides a parent. I don't think no woman can love me unconditional but my mother. That's just me.
You about right.
Yeah, because
So, go ahead,
um,
your sister.
I
Cause the
mean,
minute you
because,
fall off or say no, the real them gonna come out.
yeah, because like I was saying, like when I was younger, when I was doing wrong in the street, selling drugs and all that, and end up going to prison. And my mother went from Indiana to Minnesota. She followed me everywhere to Wisconsin till I got out. And they was right in Minnesota to pick me up to fly me to Chicago, to Gary, to back out here to Texas. So she loved me when I gave her hell, and now I'm on track doing right. And like I say, with women, I mean, to me, it's like when you got motion and what you can do for them, everything good. And then the moment you stop doing things that they want you to do, because if I feel you don't deserve it and you don't appreciate it and you being disrespectful, I'm gonna just pull back.
You
Like
want to see
now,
what
like
the
I
woman
don't.
real? What you call it? Just say no. The real
Right.
her gonna come out. I don't
Oh,
care how
most
many
definitely.
times you done and did. That's gonna hold no weight. Say no. The real her
So
gonna come
so
out.
so now then went to which I shouldn't even be messing with her, but now went to we not even in a relationship. I do the bare minimum of anything and still get certain things from her. And when I was doing everything, she was acting the ass. So
Which
I
is
don't even understand that part. You know, for you to tell me, oh, you didn't support me when I was in college doing my 6 month trade. How? I was letting you drive one of my automobiles and you don't even got a license. So if you get pulled over, my car getting towed and I got to get my car out of tow. But I
Hey,
didn't support you.
that's the old switch and bait. I'm telling you.
Right. I didn't support you. You can't even afford if you tear the car up. And I just gave you the keys and let you use it anytime you want. But when things not going your way, if I don't argue with you, you're gonna find a family member or somebody to argue because you need friction and drama. Then I realized, I say, you know what? When she told me she was diagnosed with all these mental issues, that's the problem. So me trying to make sense of something I never understand, it just had me to the point where truthfully, I never thought this would happen. I started losing myself.
Yeah, you
Until
get
I
to second
started,
guessing yourself.
yeah,
Like,
so
man, is it me?
yeah,
That's
right.
bad. That's
You
bad.
you manipulating me, saying I'm manipulating you, and I'm a narcissist, and all the time. It's your ass. And then I'm dumb enough to continue to deal with the shit, and that goes back to what you said. Because when you're trying to help somebody, I don't want to see you lose yourself. I want to see you get on your feet. And then you really don't care like that, and you don't give a fuck about me like that. So why am I pouring all of me into you? Yeah. So it's most definitely was a learning lesson. My
Most
mother
definitely.
told me, my mother told me this. She said, son, when you get tired of dealing with it, you'll stop. I don't even see why you pick up, drop off to work, or do anything. I would have been stopped that shit. That's coming from my mom. She said,
But
I
see,
wouldn't even answer that damn phone.
I'm gonna tell you something. A touchy subject, affairs of the heart. Like saying what he seeing her, what she seeing him. That ain't for
Yep.
you to
Mm-hmm.
see. That ain't for you to
Mm-hmm.
understand. And like you said, you'll get tired and see people for who they really are.
Yep.
That's when the fallback come in. But yeah,
Yeah, I
most
said I have to
women,
fall back. This person gonna make my bank account decrease. Let me
yeah.
fall
And then
back.
but look, and then be on to the next.
Right.
Yeah, drain you dry, you in a messed up situation because of them financially, and be on to the next.
Yep. Now I'm back in my
Boom.
own shit with peace. It's so
That's
peaceful
priceless.
right now.
Yeah,
Yep.
that's priceless.
So
Yeah,
question: Do
yeah, but you got to come
men?
to the table with something as a man, and plenty of it, and have emotion. But I'm not trying to buy no affection personally. You good
Exactly.
with me or you not? But you got to feel like I'm better than that. Ain't no bad looking
Yep.
guy. I'm a capable person. I ain't got to buy love or have
Yep.
this in order to get somebody. I have somebody spend time with me. I gotta be kicking out this and that. The minute you stop, they gone.
So do you feel
Or you hear
like
about everything you didn't do, everything you done or whatever. That holds no weight.
Nope. You
so?
telling
Yeah,
the truth.
yeah.
So do you feel like?
Like I say, I used to be this. I used to be that. Hey, used to be don't make honey.
Yep.
Do you feel like?
That's what I'll be hearing now.
Um.
Yeah, real talk. And how
Do you,
hurtful it sound, that's the truth. But
Yep.
men are not like that naturally. We like somebody, whatever. We try to see the best in them. We'll work
Yep.
with them to the end, but hey, we get thrown by the wayside.
Jacquees know what I'm talking about. I can call her many times crying about it. Now,
Yeah,
this what I heard yesterday. You don't take me nowhere. We don't go nowhere. We don't go out to eat. You don't never spend time with me. You get off of work. When you don't got haircuts, you at your crib. You with your moms. You with your daughter. You with your nieces, your nephews. You don't never have time for me. Well, when I gave you all that time, you ain't appreciate it. So let me get
appreciate
this
it?
to
took it
my
for
real
granted.
Oh
family.
wow.
Yeah, took it for granted.
Yeah, let me get this to my real family.
Yeah,
This what you choose. You calling me at 1:50 in the morning. Why is you calling me at 1:50 in the morning? I'm asleep.
because you can't call nobody else.
Right. You told me don't knock on your door, call you early in the morning, so don't call me. Don't worry about who at my place.
Yeah.
So then, do you feel
Pop
like
up and yeah, yeah.
women have more
One sided.
non-negotiables than men
But
than men?
like I say, men and women different. Just we wired different. Not
I
there's
can't
no
speak on all
bashing.
women.
I mean, majority rules. That's how I look at it. You're not bashing women. It's just we different. We wired different. You can't expect a woman to understand what.
Sometimes we all just pick the wrong people. That's all.
Yeah, that too.
And
There,
we
And
that
and we
see,
too.
stick
you
in it
got to be
trying
able to admit that.
we stick in it and try to make it work. Even some women. Some women pick the wrong guys and
Oh, no
do
doubt.
everything they could do for them, and the guy just don't appreciate it and run to the ones that ain't shit. And when they get in trouble, they feel they could run back to you because you helped them. So we
Yeah,
just picked the wrong people and got to learn from it. That's all.
yeah. Oh, I know some guys like that. I said to myself, this on the outside looking in. Like, you
Mhm.
got to be crazy. But
At
like I say, it's
1:50 in the
hard to see
morning,
the
why is
movie
you
while you
calling
in
me
it.
at 1:50 in the morning?
You
I'm
got to step
asleep.
out and
Yeah,
look at
like,
it.
yeah, I said to myself,
Exactly.
this on the outside looking
Yeah,
in.
some people are irreplaceable and not
Yep.
expandable. You know what I mean? You're not gonna find another me, another her, another. You know, some people out for what they can get,
Here's
and
what I'll say
around you
too.
just
Definitely not wrong. I appreciate so much these conversations because I'll tell you what. Sometimes I catch like a little nugget that just crack me the hell up. You know, it's I do appreciate the mad love and respect, you know, for the ladies out here like me and Jaquez holding it down for our damn selves and not expecting nothing, but also recognizing the fact that there are flawed individuals in our sex, for sure. But to
For
anybody out there, let anybody out there who's a man say that it's only women. I'd like for y'all to take a look around at all your friends, everybody you've ever met in your life, and tell me that you're basically by what you're saying is that like if it's only the women, basically you're saying you don't know no piece of shit dude around you that's currently being less than ideal and bringing down the good damn name and respect of an actual man, because that happens, and that
yeah.
just cracked me up for a second.
I ain't gonna say
but
I
one
was a
thing.
piece of shit, but I used to be a greedy. You know what I mean?
Mhm.
I was greedy. If I can get away with it, shit, I'd do it.
But
But
Who's
what
one
learned,
thing,
I feel like, has gone through that phase. Like if you're not currently being that person, it's because you learned from it.
oh yeah. But see, I used to be. But see, one thing I never done, I never had two women thinking I was in a relationship with them. I never play that game.
what well, it's a
That's
lot of men
awesome.
that play that game.
I didn't deal with a
But
few of them, but like, I never had two women thinking I was in a relationship with them.
See, but you know they're out there, and so ergo, it can't only be the women. That's all I'm saying is there's
Yeah,
proof it exists.
shit. I wouldn't turn down
Some,
nothing but my collar. I used to wear T-shirts, so I wouldn't have to do that.
I mean,
so
sometimes
let me
people just don't. Sometimes people just don't know how to be truthful. And I learned when you truthful, you get a lot when you being truthful. I didn't hear plenty people and let them know what it was. One lying, manipulating, one doing no
Yeah,
pimping, and just told them I didn't want a relationship. And I didn't hear like 5, 6 people at one time. Well, we was friends for benefits, and well, women then gave me money, thousands. And I'm not lying, I'm not sugarcoating it. And then it came to the point to what ain't working, and they didn't fell off, and I've been helping them 5 years right now to this day. If it's
yeah,
cutting their kids' hair for free, if they need to borrow $100 or $150, and I tell them they can have it because they didn't help me and been there for me, or if I need them to take somebody else to the airport or drop me off and pay them $80 to $100, and that's only like a 17-minute drive because I know they
yeah,
need money. So this is my
yeah.
way of helping them out. So when you tell the truth, I mean, you get more than what you think. Instead of I'm a lie because I don't want to lose this person, and then that's when your windows getting busted out and you having all these type of problems. So
See, playing games,
I don't
Amen.
know,
playing
but
games.
on the flip side, like I was saying about me helping the one female, I really can't say it's an age difference because I done dated all type of ages, people from their 60s to 50 down to 40s to 20s to 30s. And a lot of people come with this trauma and this baggage and just messed up. But I didn't go around buying furniture and putting TVs on people's walls and wash and dry for nothing. I tried to help the young lady. I
Yeah,
walked in, okay, she decent, but the house looked like a trap to me. So if I'm gonna be coming around the house and me being a man, a real man, I'm gonna do real shit that real man do. I'm gonna turn shit around. But again, she didn't appreciate it.
I'm gonna
So it's
tell you
time
what
for me
broke
to
me
fall
down
back.
from
And I
doing
did
that.
all this with just working, running a restaurant.
Yeah,
Not that I own the restaurant, but managing the restaurant and cutting hair on my own. I don't even sell dope. And
yeah.
I made our house look like I was still in the streets and I wasn't.
Let me tell you what I did. The
It's
same
time for me
stuff.
to say fuck it.
And you know what the broad said? Ain't nobody asked you to do that. You motherfucker. So I was I'm good on that. That wasn't no good feeling. You see something that need to be done, you do it. You know what I mean? But you got an air
Right,
mattress on the floor. And this
right.
and that. Yeah, and stuff like that. You know what I'm talking about. Yeah,
Yeah.
you feel that broad had the nerve to say, but did nobody ask you to do all that?
Yeah.
I
That's what
thought
she
about it.
told me.
I said, you damn right. I thought about it. You gotta worry about me no more. Mother made you,
so
mother F you.
Yeah. Yeah, that's
so
what I
my
used to hear.
question
I didn't
is
ask you to do it. I didn't
Yeah.
ask. You just
I
did it
didn't
on
ask
your
you to
own.
do it. Yeah.
Smack in the face.
so
Shit.
my question
When you
is
see a void need to be filled and you do it, The motherfucker gonna keep. That's the best they can come with.
And not to cut you
Mhm.
off, Jacquees, and I had said before, it's crazy because you run and tell all your family our business. You had your dad run all the way to your apartment. He get here, and I'm like, your daughter is just mad because I'm trying to leave. And why do you got your fanny pack in your chest? Like, what is you trying to get on? We don't even want to take it there. But did your daughter call you when them other bitch ass niggas was beating her ass and dragging her, treating her like shit? I ain't never whooped her ass or did anything. I ain't did nothing but help your daughter. You don't know your daughter like me. And you being a hypocrite because she told me you used to beat her mama ass when she was pregnant with you. Now you looking dumb. So don't come to me like you checking me or something. And I'm doing real man shit helping your daughter, and your daughter got problems. The world
Yeah.
don't revolve on her, and everybody's not gonna baby her. So for the grandmama and granddaddy and y'all trying to baby her, her crying and y'all laughing, need teddy bears and all this weird ass shit. When the world tell her no, she gonna continue to have these problems. And when I'm all the way out of life, because I'm still fucking her now, but we ain't together, she gonna have these same problems because she ain't happy. So one of my problems is I missed a red flag. So I'm gonna say this freely. For now, if a woman tell me they got mental problems, I'm probably not gonna fuck with them. And second, if they don't have their children, I'm done. I can't fuck with you.
Yeah.
Wait,
I'm
is
done.
that with or without medicated? Like if she got mental problems and she's
Well,
medicated, still a
well, she
no?
don't take her medication, and she got 2 kids as teenagers, and she tell me she gonna just wait till they 18. And I told her before, you really not a mom, and you got the title because the money they take out child support, you get paid cash for being a server at the Cheesecake Factory. So you not taking out the time to still get them kids money. Whatever they taking out for child support, that ain't shit. I'm active in all three of my kids' life, and my oldest son is 29. I don't baby him, but if he need anything, I'm his dad, and I'll provide for it. Whether it's
Supposed to be there.
1,500 to 2,000 need to borrow or whatever it may be for whatever reason, and he don't pay when he say he gonna pay, but he do pay.
That's
So
right.
don't come to me about you a parent. Don't come to me talking about I don't do husband type shit. And I never been married before, but I told her you only had one failed marriage that didn't work. So don't talk to me about a marriage that failed and didn't work. Marriages that work is no matter what you've been through, y'all make that shit work.
There you go.
So
And
so
go
then
ahead.
let me ask you this then,
Right.
because in this case, do you feel like,
Yeah, you
because
make
I
that
feel
work.
like you
If you
chose
together
somebody.
with somebody through
No,
the good and the bad, kids sake or whatever, you make that work.
but I feel
Kid
like
or a
Right.
you
child
chose.
come from problems or
But here's
difficulties.
the
Yeah.
thing.
Adults can work it out. And
Can
then
y'all
after
hear
that,
me?
Exactly.
you become
I
invested
hear
in
you. I'm
somebody.
listening.
Yeah, you
Can
be
y'all hear me?
invested in somebody.
Yeah, I
That's
Yeah,
heard
I
But
hear
money.
you.
that's okay.
That's
So,
money.
cause
That's energy. All that's down the toilet because I'm mad. Or we, yeah. I believe it take a harder toll on a man altogether. Cause
Man, so much stress, bro. I look at myself and be mad at myself. Like, what the fuck was I thinking?
yeah, time wasted, X amount of
I have
years.
never
Or what
let
you call it?
myself do this before, but it's the first time for everything. I did it this time. Even my homegirl was like, "You not dressing fresh as you look. You used to. You looking stressed out.
Yeah.
What the fuck is going on?" And she was right.
but do you
Well, one
think?
thing about it, and most men, you catch yourself, you see yourself falling in the middle of it. Sometimes you'll catch yourself. Wait a minute.
Yeah. You said,
Yeah.
"Do I feel myself what?"
No, so my question was gonna be, so
So
in
when
that
you feel
case,
yourself falling,
do
like you're
you
not yourself.
feel?
You know what I mean? You're doing things that you normally didn't do, or you're not doing things that you normally do. You kind of recognize, jerk your own chain. Man,
Yeah.
let me get back to being me.
It feel good having my own money now.
Yeah, I
But
know
do
that's
you
right.
feel like too part
But and all
of?
that's in the name of helping somebody or wanting to be with them or showing them that you got their back. Yeah, that don't hold no weight.
Nope.
But
They'll
that's what
toot
I'm
their butt up and say,
saying.
well, when you're white at it, kiss this.
But that's
No
what I'm
appreciation.
saying. Like at some point
Mhm.
though,
And you
do
could have
you
did
feel
anything
like
with your ends. You know what I mean? That could have went
Yeah.
anyway.
Jacquees, you
so?
said at some point, do I feel like what? Or we feel like what?
So at some point, do you feel like too in that case, you chose wrong. Because I hear that a lot too. Like,
Yeah, most definitely. Most definitely I chose wrong and for the wrong reasons. And a lot of it is my fault because I saw the red flags, to be honest with you. I saw the red flags, but I was thinking with the wrong head. And then when I was thinking with the wrong head, once she started falling in love, she was pressuring the relationship. So I gave the relationship because I was tired of losing so many friends for benefits, and I treat them so good and I'm so nice, they wanted more. And when I tell them no, I just want to keep it like this, I end up losing all of it. So yeah, it was a learning experience. Yeah, most definitely. And I chose wrong. And I
Yeah,
got to
but
get to
here's
the
the
point where I'm
thing.
not just choosing for some ass.
But, well, yeah, and you know what? But and God love you though for having that as self awareness, because that right there is
Yeah,
that's the stuff good shit's made of for
yeah.
sure. But here's the thing too. And I had something real good right there. The thinking with the we did the self awareness, but then yeah, we lost it. Fuck. Go ahead.
which so basically, even though you chose wrong, you chose, like you said, you was thinking with the
Oh
wrong head, you
yeah.
chose with the wrong head.
Here's the thing.
Yeah.
Don't blame yourself though, because here's the thing. You know, regardless of what you did or didn't do, the fact is that you left your heart open wide enough to do it. Like you gave it a shot, regardless
Yeah.
of how that resulted in or whatever. Like you
Right.
can't. Don't blame yourself because that
Right.
takes courage, don't it?
Yeah, and
Yeah.
and still love her, but I just know it's not gonna work. I told it wasn't gonna work. I care for her, but we just not gonna be together. I can't do it.
You make sure too that you firm up on your boundaries too, because like if you
Uh,
still if you feel that way and you're still banging her, like that bitch will trap you again. Like you
no,
gotta.
I can't argue with you about that. She can't trap me no more because anytime I'm gonna say like out of let's say a year and 9 months, she only cooked like 15 times out of that whole time. So once I had to fix my own food and got to the point till I can't communicate and I'm just being quiet because I don't want to argue with her. And then once I got my own place and didn't move in with her, because me and my mom's, I was paying like 840 at her house and we all moved and got our own spots. So once I got my own spot and was making my own food and doing everything for myself, she prepared me to be back single. And mentally I started breaking off. So she can't trap me back no more. That's a wrap because I see who she is and how she is, and I just can't put up with it no more. So I don't do the arguing and all that. As she had me arguing, I just tell her, God bless you and have a good night and hang up my phone. So I pick and choose when I answer the phone. You need a ride, I might take you to work, I might pick you up. If not, you can Uber. I'm not scheduling none of my haircuts to make sure I'm get her to work first and pick her up like I used to. I put me first now. So she can't trap me. But I should stop dicking her down, but I haven't. So I'm being honest.
Which I appreciate the hell out of, man. That's
Yeah.
awesome.
Yeah, I'm gonna be honest because I don't want to be, hitting too many people right now. It's too much shit going on.
What the? Okay, so listen, this is just a personal curiosity because I like to cook. My man, I'm always trying to look for new recipes, dude. What's the one thing that she made, like, from that just, man, like that, like, damn it, she made that again, and that's amazing, and I just can't. Like, what would make you weak on it?
I think when she made like some type of chicken and dumplings, it was real good.
The hearty stuff. Gotcha. Just checking.
Yeah.
That's fucking awesome.
Yeah. But I like
So
more simple stuff that she didn't like to make, like hamburgers, fried chicken wings, chicken breast, fried hard. And the stuff I like, she liked it different things. I liked it different things. So I don't know. It may be something
so
like small, like what you want to eat, and I'll be like, it don't matter, just whatever, because you know what I don't like. Oh, if you can't tell me what you want, I ain't cooking shit. So just to hear that in that tone, I don't even want nothing. I'm turned off. I do not like a smart mouth woman, aggressive, dominant. I don't like women like that. I don't like all that slang talk,
that
negatives,
male that
that
male
like if you
testosterone
yeah,
type.
if you're gonna be a woman, be a woman. You don't gotta jump when I say jump, but all that aggressive and trying to talk to me like you a man and you a dude, I don't like that shit.
That's
Yeah,
a good
So
that
list
I
of conditions you
that
got there.
yeah,
so
that
I
just that don't work with me. And then when you want to come outside with your ass cheeks hanging out your skirt, your titties all showing, and you 36 years old acting like a child, saying you don't want attention, it's clear that you want attention from everybody. Because if it's for me, why you got to show everybody? I don't like that shit.
So I did want to point out just some key things. So potential is not a promise. You can't build a future on what hasn't happened yet. Loving potential can turn into waiting, and at some point growth has to show up or else the relationship fails. There's nothing wrong with a person having potential as long as they're building upon it and you're not constantly waiting on it for the continuing of the relationship. So I want to say this. Some people don't love you. They love what you could do for them. They love how you show up for them, how you make their life easier, how you carry things. But when you
Yeah,
can't, that's when you find out what's real and what's not.
yeah,
Because real love doesn't feel like a job interview.
you
it
right.
should feel it should feel like that's your person.
Yeah,
Like you and no matter if you can give or you can't give or whatever, the fact it shouldn't be based off of just materialistic things either. Now, not saying that you don't want a man or a female with potential that got their own money, they do their own thing. Not saying none of that. But or they God fearing, whatever your standards may be, but it doesn't mean that um you can't have boundaries or whatever um with your choice. So at the end of the day, love without respect don't last. I feel like in some of those relationships, the people really didn't respect you. They really just admire what you could do for them.
yeah,
And that's the reason why some men don't date down. You know what I mean? Like some men will tell you, like, I don't date down, I date up because I feel like in your case, you gave someone, probably somebody that you probably wouldn't have never like really been in a relationship or wifed or whatever.
right.
Um, and you gave that person that space and that dignity, and you were trying to teach her. Um, but I feel like sometimes some people don't learn a lesson until, she's not going to learn a lesson from it until you're gone completely out her life and not dealing with her. And
Yeah,
when she have time to sit back and reflect on everything that you did.
yeah. And that's
Um,
what my homegirl told me. She say that woman ain't gonna stop fucking with you until you stop fucking with her.
because I
Amen.
think, because I believe men and women, we can disagree, we can still respect each other. Different perspectives don't mean that you have a wrong perspective. Um,
I love
more
y'all.
people.
I love the women. My mama and my sister's a woman, so I love all the ladies.
Yeah, so listening to understand, some people, when they argue, they don't listen to understand, they listen to respond. Um, just respect is the foundation for any real connection with a person anyway. Um, but a lot of people have a lot of trauma. That's the thing. And it's
Got all the
especially
plans for the weekend.
it's getting worse and worse in this situation because I feel like dating now is getting worse and worse because you got so many people that wasn't raised on standards. And then back in the day, I just remember, looking at my father and them, they used to call each other out on their stuff. Like men don't do that no more. Like they'll be like, they'll pull their friend card or they uncle card, and say, that ain't right. What you doing now. Not saying that they told them they had to make a decision or whatever, but they still kind of let them know that, what was doing wasn't cool. I feel like somewhere along the line we lost that when we lost some of our elders. Um, and people just out here moving crazy and destructively.
Yeah,
Amen.
yeah,
But somewhere along the line, it's got to be people that try to bring it back. You know what I mean? Like, how do we how do we get from here to there? Um, and it could be, people don't have, God or higher power in their life anymore. Back then it was a lot of people going to church. It was a lot of people, holding themselves accountable. I feel like somewhere along the line, people stopped holding they self accountable, and now it's just survival of the fittest. Whatever I can get, whatever I can, you know, it's all about me, me, me. Everybody in the world is about themselves, not so much about the next person or showing humanity or showing care to another person. But real love shouldn't feel like a job interview.
Sure shouldn't. You right.
I'll tell you what, I'm in a damn good relationship now, and like, just like every other thing in the world, every day is not Christmas morning. But like, there is definitely something to be said about the difference you have with a genuine connection with somebody where you feel like you're more empowered and you have more motivation to do better for yourself, to be better with them, to be a better part of the team. You know what I mean? And like
Mhm.
the fuck of it, and like the fuck of it is like, and depending on what you're looking for, because like I feel like everybody's different. True relationships like that aren't for everybody, but like once you get to the point where like you figure out what it is you want, it's easier to frame that, right? So like for me, I know what, like, I have an idea of what I'm looking for. I might not necessarily know the clear definition of it, but like I can't achieve that if I'm holding on to some bullshit that don't fit me. You know what I mean?
Hmm.
And life will just constantly stuff it up your ass until you learn. That's just how the way it goes. Seems like
Wow,
to
that
me.
was deep.
For real.
That was deep.
But like you will, and you'll constantly run into it. If you haven't learned, and I know that because I have been on so many sides of the relationship spectrum, that like I've been the evil one, I've been a perpetrator, I've been the one that learned, the one that grew, the one that stopped, the one that can identify the moment that I stopped and decided different. And that's the difference between it, right? But like you can't, and you'll get faced with it every time. And I some folks, they say, oh yeah, that's Jesus in your life, that's you following your path. I can never attribute it to one source, but I can tell you whatever higher power, or even if it's just energy in the world, it really will just continue to manifest that bullshit for you until you get it. And it's just like that person that told you that she will continue to fuck with you until you tell her to stop, until you make it stop. That's exactly what life will do to you on all kinds of realms of that. And that's some shit.
Wow.
Yep. I think she said it pretty good. So I appreciate everybody who tapped in tonight. These conversations matter because a lot of people are feeling this but not saying it. If
I
you haven't
appreciate
listened,
y'all too.
if you haven't listened to any of my podcasts, so I have full episodes that I post. I do solo episodes. I have my podcast on Apple Music, no, Apple Podcasts, Spotify, iHeartRadio, um, Amazon Music. There's a lot of other podcasts out there. One I call Stretcher or something, but basically I'm on a lot of different platforms. So if you listen to podcasts, wherever you listen to podcasts, most likely I'm there. So I post solo episodes. You can go listen. Um, but I appreciate everybody. Please, if you're on Facebook, like, subscribe, YouTube, like, subscribe, Instagram, like, subscribe, share, share these conversations with other people. We get better dialogue when more people are on, getting different perspectives from different people, respecting what people say, because all of us come from different backgrounds, different cultures, raised differently. And so some of those perspectives can put things into light for us because we learn from one another. Whether you red, blue, black, purple, green, orange, wherever you come from, we learn from each other. And so I created this space for dialogue. and so that people can become the best version of themselves. So I appreciate you all for coming. This is Rooted Conversations. And until next time, take care and stay rooted.
Thank
Thank you all. Y'all be safe. Have fun.
Thank you.
Appreciate
Thank
y'all.
you, everybody. Have a good one.
Yep.
Enjoy
And
the
I'm normally
conversation.
on here I try to go on here every Friday at 9 o'clock. The links that I sent y'all can join on here next time. But yeah, I enjoyed this conversation tonight. Thank y'all so much. I appreciate my regular people that always support me. Y'all just don't know how much it means to me. I really, really, really appreciate y'all. So you all have a nice night and a good weekend.
Same to you.
You
All
too.
right.
Be
Take
safe, guys.
care.
Love y'all.
Love ya.